So again, this is a big
I believe so.
day, so it'll be split into two parts.
Angkor.
So we started
That's right.
towards Angkor Wat.
It's just called Angkor.
Okay. With Mr. T, the guy in green, another legend, but he was quite quiet at the beginning. But he kind of loosened up after a while, which I'll explain in a bit. But anyway, we went towards this area of Angkor, which is more like a theme park, I have to say. But we went along towards the main part, the big doodaddy, or as I like to call it, City Zone, because it's a bit like a theme park, this place. But yeah, sort of walked out, saw this beautiful horse. It's very poetic. So this was like the main
I'm not the horse.
walkway. Yeah, you're not a horse. You're definitely not a horse. And went through the main ruined gates. Yeah, there were kids everywhere selling stuff. But after Bangkok, it was easy to dismiss them. But here's the main shebang. Yes, encourage them to go to school. Yes, things. Thank you very much. Yeah, PC. But here's the main area of Angkor Wat.
Correct.
Good. But it was amazing. It was like it was massive.
The world's most annoying trousers.
Yeah, you hated those trousers, didn't you? That was on your mind for a long time at the beginning. Obviously, every Western woman was wearing a variation of those trousers as well.
But mine were like sticking to me and revealing my whole arse.
Right, so you went into this main outer bit that was just covered in these carvings, and just you could like march all the way around it. It was huge, and then you sort of went from this point into like an inner area, sort of an inner entrance, which then led to this area, which was like an inner cloister part.
Where all the tourists were.
Well, brace yourself, Helen, because as you can see...
Yeah. I wasn't happy about the tourists.
No, this was a negative of this part of Angkor.
That was me explaining that I'd stood there for a photo with Elspeth.
Yes.
And there was no one else there.
Yeah, everyone was queuing in the ridiculous baking heat. I mean, it was unbearable to stand in the sunshine. Yeah. Everyone was going up into this bit, which just didn't seem worth it.
There's nothing up there. I've been up it.
Yeah, like this is the start of the queue, and it's just ridiculous. But yeah, we moved on from there, and you kind of went into this bath area, bathing. I think they were bathing areas. I have no idea. But again, it was lovely, and I would rate it 4 out of 5 on the Templeometer. And then from the city zone, we perused back along this area to whatever that's. I can't say that, but maze zone.
Pantai Kai, I think it.
When we got to this temple, there were some landmine victims.
Yeah, so they play music instead of begging. It's yeah.
Right, so yeah, I'm gonna leave this part raw so you can have a listen. So after that walkway or lead up, you reached this part. So when I first saw this, I thought it might not be as impressive as Angkor Wat, just in scale and everything, but was pretty pleasantly surprised because it was like a labyrinth.
Yeah, it's one of the ones that they've left to fall apart, so you can see all the windows and doors and stuff in it.
Yeah, so I think we got separated 2 or 3 times, just waltzing back and forth. I mean, you could just climb about all of it, and it was. I actually did feel with all the tourists. I actually felt like on my own a couple of times, which
Yeah.
was nice.
Yeah, I got a bit freaked out. It was a bit dark at one point.
Dark as in theme
No,
or light.
as in there was a lack of light.
Okay, I thought you just got on your own and you got a bit distracted and sad. But anyway, it was amazing. So I'd rate this. I'd say 4 out of 5 again.
This one's my favourite.
4 out of 5 mazes. Or 4 out of 5 on the tempo.
4.5 because it's my
4.5.
It's my favourite.
Nice. Okay, nice. And then from there, you kind of go through it, and you sort of pop out the other side where we met Mr. T again, and he kind of did a little trip to Jungle Zone, Ta Prom.
Ta Prom, yeah.
So Jungle Zone is the place where Angelina Jolie was hot, both physically and physically. In Tomb Raider, they filmed Tomb Raider here, or bits of it here. If anyone ever watched that film. So yeah, this one was mentally busy with tourists. Like, this one was the main event, I think.
Yeah.
There were guys everyone in brown tops is a guide.
Which is so weird because it was, again, from memory, almost entirely empty when I was there before.
Not anymore.
No.
But it was spectacular. I mean, there's like trees growing on top of temples, and there's roots just growing in between everything. It feels like a film set. But as you can see, it's like everywhere you go,
more tourists than
there's just tourists, and everyone's doing selfies, and everyone's trying to get the same photos. And I don't really see the point of doing photos if like 50 people are doing it at the same time. Just kind of feels a bit pointless. But as you can see, we were getting a little bit unhappy with the tourists here, just because it was just a bit of a free-for-all and not particularly pleasant. But yeah, it's pretty spectacular to see these trees growing out of the temples, and yeah, for that reason, I think this one was my favourite. Was it my favourite?
Was it?
No, it wasn't my favourite, but it was great. This is going to be a bit of it's 4 out of 5 again. This is like a lame thing.
Tempelometer's crap.